Just a few short weeks ago, I experienced one of the most deeply heartbreaking and entirely preventable losses of my entire medical career. Sitting in a quiet, sterile hospital room with the grieving family of a wonderful, vibrant 71-year-old man who had simply gone to sleep and never woken up. He was an incredibly active grandfather, a man who loved tending to his garden and playing with his grandchildren. But for the last few years, he had been quietly, silently suffering from a deeply common symptom that he tragically chose to completely ignore. Almost every single evening, he would sit down in his favorite armchair, deeply rub his swollen ankles, and casually mention that his legs felt incredibly heavy, throbbing, and tightly packed, as if his calves were physically filled with wet, heavy cement. Whenever his family expressed concern and urged him to get it checked, he would simply force a brave smile and repeat the exact same tragic, fatal lie that millions of older adults are taught to say. It is just old age. My legs are just tired. And I absolutely do not want to be a burden to anyone. He had been deeply conditioned by society and a broken medical system to believe that growing older simply meant accepting chronic pain and deterioration in total silence. Completely unaware that his heavy, throbbing legs were not merely tired muscles, but a glaring, blaring biological siren warning him of an imminent catastrophe. Because he ignored the swelling and dismissed the intense heaviness, the stagnant, pooling blood inside his lower calves slowly thickened, quietly forming a massive, silent, and deeply lethal blood clot. In the middle of the night, while he was peacefully resting, a piece of that dark, sticky clot broke completely loose from the wall of his leg vein, traveled violently upward through his central bloodstream, and fatally lodged itself directly inside his lungs, causing a massive pulmonary embolism that instantly ended his beautiful life. I am sharing this deeply painful, incredibly personal story with you today, not to terrify you, but because I am practically begging you on my hands and knees to never, ever make this exact same fatal mistake. If you are over the age of 60 and you frequently experience heavy, aching legs, thick, swollen ankles, or calves that feel uncomfortably tight and warm at the end of the day, you must immediately stop dismissing this as a normal part of getting older. You are absolutely not a burden, your health is not invisible, and ignoring these profound physical warnings is not a sign of stoic strength. It is a dangerous gamble with your very life. To truly understand why your legs feel so incredibly heavy and how you can safely, naturally eliminate this deadly risk right now, you have to completely change the way you visualize the cardiovascular system inside your lower body. Think of the delicate veins in your legs as a beautiful, rushing system of internal rivers that have a profoundly difficult, exhausting job. They must constantly push heavy, fluid blood entirely uphill, aggressively fighting against the massive, relentless, invisible downward pull of gravity, just to return that blood to your heart. To accomplish this miraculous feat, the inside of your leg veins are lined with thousands of tiny, microscopic, incredibly fragile one-way valves that act like little biological trapdoors, snapping shut after every heartbeat to prevent the blood from falling backward toward your feet. However, as your magnificent body ages, and specifically if you are lacking certain vital structural nutrients, these tiny, delicate valves become weak, exhausted, and incredibly floppy. When these valves can no longer snap shut tightly, the heavy blood simply falls backward, aggressively pooling deep inside the veins of your ankles and calves, physically stretching the blood vessels outward and creating that intense, painful, suffocating feeling of heavy cement. But the absolute greatest, most terrifying danger is not the stretching of the vein. It is the fact that human blood is biologically designed to clot the exact moment it stops moving. When your blood pools in your lower legs and stops flowing like a fast, clean river, it rapidly transforms into a thick, dark, dangerous, and incredibly sticky sludge. The microscopic platelets in your blood begin to crash into each other, violently sticking together and forming thick, highly dangerous webs of fibrin, silently building the exact same lethal blood clots that tragically took the life of my patient. But the profoundly empowering, deeply comforting truth is that you absolutely do not have to live in fear of this silent killer, nor do you have to immediately surrender your body to a lifetime of harsh, aggressive pharmaceutical blood thinners that leave you completely covered in terrifying dark purple bruises and trapped in a constant state of anxiety about uncontrollable internal bleeding. Your magnificent human body desperately wants to clear this stagnant sludge and heal these exhausted veins. It simply needs you to step in and provide the correct biological assistance. The very first, absolute, non-negotiable step to saving your legs and dissolving this dangerous stagnation begins the exact moment you wake up in the morning. When you sleep, your body becomes deeply, silently dehydrated, meaning your blood wakes up even thicker and stickier than when you went to bed. Before you drink your morning coffee, which actually dehydrates you further, you must consume a large, warm glass of clean water mixed with a tiny, microscopic pinch of pure, unrefined pink Himalayan salt or Celtic sea salt. This is not about raising your blood pressure. This is a profound medical trick to deliver vital, trace electrolytes directly into your bloodstream, pulling the water directly into your cells and instantly thinning out the heavy, sticky sludge in your veins, turning that stagnant mud back into a fast-flowing, deeply hydrated river of life. The second, entirely free and utterly miraculous physical protocol that you must make a permanent part of your evening routine is the strategic biological use of gravity. At the end of the day, when your legs feel the most heavy, swollen, and dangerously tight, you must lie flat on your back on the floor or on your bed, gently scoot your hips toward the wall, and rest your legs completely straight up against the wall for exactly 15 uninterrupted minutes. By physically elevating your legs above the level of your heart, you create a massive, glorious, and deeply healing internal waterfall. You are finally giving those tiny, exhausted, broken valves in your leg veins a complete, total rest, allowing gravity to instantly drain all of the stagnant, pooled, toxic blood out of your calves and feet, rushing it safely back to your heart and your kidneys to be beautifully filtered and cleansed. When you stand up after those 15 minutes, your legs will feel unbelievably light, delightfully energized, and profoundly safe from the silent threat of nighttime clotting. Finally, to actively protect yourself from the inside out and ensure that any sticky fibrin webs currently forming in your legs are safely and permanently dismantled, you must look toward the profound, scientifically validated power of natural biological enzymes, specifically a miraculous compound found in traditional fermented foods known as nattokinase, or the highly potent natural compounds found in aged garlic extract. Unlike harsh chemical blood thinners that indiscriminately turn your blood into unregulated water, these magnificent natural enzymes act exactly like microscopic, highly intelligent biochemical scissors. They travel deep into the sluggish veins of your lower legs, specifically seeking out the dangerous, sticky webs of fibrin that hold clots together, and they gently, safely snip them apart, dissolving the biological concrete without ever destroying your body's natural ability to heal a normal cut or scrape. You have the absolute power to completely rewrite the biological destiny of your cardiovascular system, to banish the exhausting heaviness from your legs, and to completely protect your life from a silent, entirely preventable tragedy. I am asking you to make a firm, unbreakable promise to yourself today. Refuse to ever again dismiss your pain as just a normal part of getting older. Refuse to be silent when your body is begging for help. Your golden years are absolutely meant to be spent walking freely, playing with your grandchildren, and living with magnificent, entirely fearless independence. If hearing this honest, deeply personal medical truth has opened your eyes, and if learning exactly how to naturally protect your body brings a wonderful sense of profound hope and true empowerment to your life, please make the choice to subscribe to this channel right now. We are building an unbreakable community dedicated to ensuring that you never have to navigate your health journey alone, and that every single day forward is lived with immense strength, profound peace, and absolute pain-free freedom.